is Mary, and I'm over here at American Cheer. This is Coach Jason. We're at American Kids Sports Center, AKSC.com. And we are going to talk about the difference between fundamentals and All-Star Cheerleading.
Yes, we are.
All right,
Yep.
ready?
Let's get started.
Okay. So my first question is going to be, what is fundamentals?
Fundamentals. So fundamentals is our 10-week program, training program, teaching athletes the fundamentals of cheerleading. It's our real entry-level progressionary system. You know, it takes all of the, let's say it like this, it takes all of the big problems why people don't want to do all-star competitive cheerleading, right? There's too much of a time commitment. There's too much of a financial commitment. The kids are just too elite. They're too good. I'm too scared or intimidated to do those things. So it takes all of those problems head on. It tackles them, and this is our solution to it. It's our 10-week program. Kids come, they learn the fundamentals of cheerleading. They put together a routine, and they, are able to be a part of our sport. So it's a good place for athletes to join the sport without the pressure of competing, without the time commitment, or without the financial commitment.
Perfect. All right, so I guess the next question is, how does that compare to All-Star?
So how does that compare to All-Star? So let's just take it one thing at a time, I guess. Competitive cheerleading, obviously they compete, and we usually, especially once we get into our competition season, we're gone several times during the month, especially once we start in January, right? 2 times in January, 2 more times in February, right? And we just go through. In fundamentals, they will not compete. The only performance they will do will be at our American Cheer Showcase in November. So the kids, the showcase is basically our dress rehearsal. So the kids, it's the kickoff of our season right before we actually hit the competition stage for the first time. So our kids work super hard, all summer long, and then they go and perform at the showcase for family and friends in town. And so fundamentals, that will be their big performance where they get to show off everything they've been learning for those 10 weeks. Financially, it's a lot cheaper. It's only $229. You pay that right up front, and then that covers basically everything for that 10-week course. And then there is the time commitment, which is it's only one practice for an hour and a half. And so, just the same way that mom does, her yoga on Mondays, or dad does his CrossFit, or maybe they're at Awesome Fitness with Mary. Check out Awesome Fitness. Shameless plug. Son and daughter gets to come to fundamentals just that once a week go and, feel like they're part of the sport. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I love it. Okay, so you mentioned competitions. They don't compete. They don't go out of town. There's no time commitment there.
True.
Their practice schedule, you said it was
once a week. So this fundamentals, this round that we're starting here, September 4th, this one will be on Tuesdays for an hour and a half. Yep.
And that's once a week.
Once a week.
And you mentioned their performance, so it's 10 weeks of learning new skills for that big performance at the end, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So no out of town, no competitions.
Out of town travel, no hotel, overnight stay, just the once a week at practice, and then that week in November, they'll go and show off to their friends and family everything they've learned.
So what do they do at their performance? What kind of routine do they have?
So when we compare that to like our All-Star routines, are 2 minutes and 30 seconds of just jam-packed with all these skills, stunts, tumbling, dance, pyramid, baskets, all these things. Even our prep level has, prep has come a long way, and they're jam-packed with a bunch of skills as well. So fundamentals, basically, the first 4 or 5 weeks, they will be learning different parts of cheerleading. So they'll learn some very basic tumbling, right? Some very basic stuff. They'll learn some very basic stunting. Nothing that should be overwhelming to any of these athletes before, whether they've cheered or not, right? And they'll learn like a new skill set every single week, and then during those last 5 to 6 weeks, they'll be putting those skill sets together into the routine. So what they learned on week number 2, week number 1, 2, and 3, we'll start putting those into routines, and they'll go and perform that whole thing, and voila, we have a routine for the kids.
So they pretty much build up to that performance.
Yep.
Perfect. How long is their performance? Is it the same as the 2.5 minutes, or?
Their performance will range anywhere from 1:30 to about 2 minutes, depending on the exact skills that they do.
Okay.
So it won't be the full 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Just give them a little taste of what it's
little,
like to be out there.
a little taste of like, of
Show
what
off.
cheerleading is like.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that kind of answers the routine length and all of that. You mentioned $229.
Mm-hmm.
What all does that cover? Are there uniforms, practice wear? What all does it encompass?
So the $229 will cover. I mean, that's that covers basically everything. So it covers their practices, right, for those 10 weeks, their performance that they'll have here, and then it also they'll get a T-shirt and a bow, both as their practice wear, and that's what they'll wear to the performance when we do our showcase.
Awesome, that's kind of cool. There's no monthly payment.
No hidden fees.
$229, and you know that they're good to go for the full 10 weeks. They don't have to buy any uniforms. They don't have to get any other practice wear. It's all.
And that's a, about All-Star Cheerleading. You pay, you sign you do your tuition, and then but there's all these other things that you usually have to pay. You have to pay for the shoes, and then the comp fees, and then you have to actually go, pay to get into the competition, right? And all these other things you have to pay for, right? The travel expenses, all those things. So fundamentals is the $229, and that pays for, up front, this is what I'm paying for, and then here we go.
Perfect. All right, so it's 10 weeks. We went over price. I guess the last thing is, what about the ages and experience? What kind of athletes are you looking to fill this program?
So ages and experience. So right now we have fundamentals for athletes ages 7 to 16. Last time we did fundamentals in the spring, huge success. You killed it. Good job.
Yes.
Huge success. Most of those athletes are between the ages of 7 and 14, more 7 and 12 maybe. But right now we have it booked for 7 to 16-year-old athletes, and then the experience is, any experience, no experience necessary. So it is, most of those kids had not cheered before, and we expect the same thing with this group of fundamentals, that they're in to actually have the All-Star Cheer experience without having to do All-Star Cheerleading. So it's, really is for anyone who just wants to try cheerleading out, and and is ready to take that next step.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Well, I think I got all of my questions answered. Was there anything you wanted to add that I maybe didn't ask or cover?
No. September 4th, fundamentals. Be there or be square. Let's go.
Yes.